Sure you already know, but don't forget our explorationary voyage. I'm certain we'll discover things that'll help you in your fight. Okay, are you for sure about that, my dude? I took the boat to go crabbing, only to come back with a net full of shrimp. That's not a problem. They both turn red when you boil them, so they're pretty much the same. Shrimp, crab, octopus, and squid. It's all the same in your stomach. Wait, squid doesn't turn red? Yeah, but I still like it, so what's the sense in squabbling? I don't know, but squabbling is definitely a weird word. Is it? Yes, it is. So treasures do get revealed constantly, and you could just, like, get them again. That's pretty neato, Toledo. For sure. So we'll get the other treasure as well. What are they all, like, getting angry about over here? What up? The demons that raised Hell's Way recently attacked... apparently my lungs, my goodness. Yawning so bad. Recently attacked Luggrith as well. And what's more, they used unknown arts to summon a dragon. They summon a dragon? That makes them more than ordinary demons. The Abbey needs to concentrate on putting them down before it's too late. I think the Abbey has other problems. Though they finally rebuilt the storehouse, they never did catch whoever burned it down. I'm disappointed in the Abbey, but if they can't catch a mere arsonist... Well, we're not a mere arsonist, that's for sure. So I guess we'll just go over here, see what they're going about. Ahoy, matey!
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helaves are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep, standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
I mean, that is kind of true. After the incident with the High Priest, I realized the Abbey is keeping us in the dark about a lot of things. Well, not everyone needs to know everything, right? If I plot the wrong course, I don't go around shouting my mistake to the whole crew. Huh? I think that's worth mentioning. Yes, it is. Yes, indeedy. So I guess I have to go over there by there, and then there's a little... Yep, right there. There you are, Mr. Testo. I'm gonna get you. Ah, it's just apple gel. It's nothing to us, really. Den Highway is closed up north. The army won't suffer another embarrassing attack on the Imperium's throne. That's just rude. What do I do to you, buddy? Are the demon people talking to one another? Are they doing that again? What are you doing?
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eifried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Ifrid stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrid and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
So that's what the One Piece is about. Just not even caring. They're just gonna go back as soon as they reach the One Piece. Is that what's gonna happen? It was gonna be like, alright, we're here, that's fine, let's go. I could see that. I could see that, most definitely. But I am actually legitimately excited to see what the One Piece exactly is. For those that may not know, like the One Piece, it's a big old famous manga and whatnot, and anime. I think currently it's nearing 1,000 episodes. And it's probably gonna go for at least... It's probably gonna go to like 1,500 episodes, I would say. I would probably say that much at least. Mainly because like we're near the end, but we're not near the end. You feel me? Like we're like 75% way through, and there's still a bit more of the story to actually talk about and all that such. So it's pretty cool, like for sure. But like it's definitely not a series I think everyone would like, in the sense of like how long it takes and whatnot. And plenty of people are already just like, oh, I don't want to like get into this because it's so long. And it's like I get that, but like that's not why it's bad. It's not a bad series because of it. It's actually a good series because of it, because of how long it is and how much they actually like teach you about the world and whatnot. And it's very frustrating when people are just like, nah, I don't want to get into it. And just like, I get that, but like, it's not as long as you think it is. And plenty of people rewatched it and everything. Like, you just have to actually start watching it. This really all comes down to. What are you doing, sir?
I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you talking about? Anyone who wants to head to North Gan has to sail around West Gan now. And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Renede wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
Aw. Poor Eisen and his one-trick coin. If you sniff out any good deals, let me in, eh? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and all that. Yeah. These are times, when we need to help each other out. You got yourself a deal. Alright, if that's what you're saying. What do you have to say, sir? The invention of the compass and Southgain's unification paved the way for a century of advancement in sailing. But all the progress has gone to waste since the opening. Nowadays, even keeping Abbey Manor's roots open stretches our resources to the limit. It's a shame, really. If it weren't for the Demon Blight, we'd be living in the new age of sailing. Like the voyages to the far continent. Can you imagine? I cannot imagine. But okay. I guess we just gotta go off this way, right? Visit Tabitha in the tavern in Logaris. We are not in Logaris, right? So let's keep going. Oh, it's that one. It's the old lady.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Maybe.
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias. Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information? Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing.
Oh my god.
And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
No,
Dove mimicry?
forever.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Coup for her, Velvet.
There
Coup
was
for
a
her.
dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all. Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Oh, let Eleanor see the black-chested dove. I know she would want to. Please and thank you. It's Eleanor Velvet ship time, baby. God, I still really love their
Here
dynamic.
we are, back in Logaris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo, coo. I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Oh my god.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Well, yeah, obviously. Dead languages are dead for a reason. Of course. I think it's something that a lot of people don't seem to, like, understand every now and again, is that just, like,
Always be on guard.
why is Latin hard? And it's just like, it's because it's stupid. That's the reason why it died. And the only reason why, like, languages like English actually, The only reason why languages like English actually, like, stay around for as long as they do. God dang, they actually are not taking hits, are they? This is ridiculous. They do not want to die. The only reason why, like, languages like English actually still exist and whatnot, despite having so much terrible grammar to it and whatnot, because it literally just borrows every single thing from other grammar parts and whatnot, and that's not something you should really do in a language, is because it's easy to lie in business. I'm not even joking, that is the literal reason why it stayed for as long as it did. It was so easy to sugarcoat things and, like, say things in different ways, that English could survive that way.
Stop fooling around.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
I just love that stupid little, like getting up towards it. Ooh, we got a crate bonus. That's pretty cool. Okay.
I'll finish this quick.
Considering that we haven't, like, really been, like, getting at them. Ooh! I forgot that I could do all that. Come on. Oh, dang it. Oh. God, I really hate that just, like, I tend to be, like, sleeping every now and again. Because, like, my body just, like, can't wake up and, like, it has to be on all the time. Oh. Of course, that's a side effect of, like, sleeping and taking a lot more naps than I probably should. But I think I'm starting to take a good stride of just, like, going to bed around, like, 2 a.m. and, like, waking up around, like, 9 or so, which is a ideal thing for me, because I think 9 o'clock is, like, the sweet spot.
That about does it.
It's just before 10, and it just, like, you have things that you could do right then and there. No! Leave me alone, monster! So I guess we'll just keep going, right? Yeah, that little thing is, like, too far off. I'd rather not deal with it. Ooh, Expedition has showed up. Thank you, please. Wow, we really lost that.
Scout ship
Okay, so
setting
go there again. Level 24, baby! That's how you do it. Alright, get it.
Everyone ready to play?
That's it. It's just very weird, because, like, these enemies do not feel like they're overpowered. Like, they don't feel like they're like powered up versions of whatever they're supposed to be. And yet I know it to be true, because, like, I did not have the same problem that I did before with them. Just did not.
Not even worth my time.
Like, they're not hard. It's just one of those things where it's just like, this is taking a lot more than it should. Whatever, you know? You just deal with things to just deal with them. But I have to say, I am glad to start playing Velvet again. Velvet just feels so much better. She just feels like she has more options, honestly. She's like a brawler in that sense, but, you know. Oh, please tell me she's gonna do it again. Please.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself. I know. I was just saying.
I like how protective Velvet actually is. Despite everything. It's like right here? Oh, there you are.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helives are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Aw, poor Maggie Lou. She's just here to entertain. That is part of Maggie Lou's menagerie, right? The demon attacks are slowing down, aren't they? That's what the Abbey says anyway. Yeah, sure. You could always trust the Abbey for lying to you. Oh, what's over here?
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it
Modulu's?
was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu? Surely you mean Mogilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
Oh my god.
No, we're talking about Majilu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
Yeah, we haven't so far.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
Poor Maggie Lou, just a small little upstart.
That, you know.
It's Modulu!
Oh my god!
You did great today,
Is Eleanor a
Modulu.
fangirl?
I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Oh my god,
go
Maggie
around
Lou,
picking
not.
petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the
I
energy
feel like
to
she's gonna be the
spare
next
spitting
Varian,
vitriol
honestly.
at
Like, I'm
people,
really
you
feeling
should
that way.
refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
Yeah, she's a fangirl.
Sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
Eleanor likes girls. I don't, like,
A
legitimately.
teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
Makes sense to me. She didn't talk about her dad
That's
at
why
all.
I think it's high time for Mogilu's Menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Oh my god.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
With Velvet.
You heard me propose a challenge to little Mogilu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Modulu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
Or maybe peg or two.
I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majulu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
Okay, so he's the
only
straight
thing
man?
getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
That's
What?
true. Velvet is
Keep your
very much the straight man
compliments to
too.
yourself.
This plan might sound dumb. More money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Oh my
Then
god.
it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have.
Oh my god.
Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie, after all. I'm not so sure about this.
Please tell me we do factually get this. Please tell me we factually do get this. Like, I really want to see them all working together in a comedy routine.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Is
Thanks
that
to her, the
Magulu?
rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
Oh.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Oh
well,
dear.
I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magulu. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
I have no idea what Velvet's age is. But hey, Rar, hey, Cactar, glad to see you're both here. It's always a pleasure having you around. And did we just learn some of Magulu's backstory? Because that definitely feels that way to me. Either way, this is getting pretty interesting with this little comedy act, quote unquote. Let's get this. Can I guess I cannot get that little thing. You have to hear this. I just met Partner Oscar. He had a scar on his face and he was all bandaged up. But he laughed and said he was fine. He seems so nice, not to mention strong. I just want to squeeze him. Even with a guy like me around? Oh, there's some jealousy there. Well, yeah, Magulu has a dark backstory. Just like you hoped, Lost. Yes, I did hope that. It really defines why she's so cold. I don't think that she's cold, honestly. Like, I'm gonna be like legitimately honest on that. A dancer's greatest opponent is her own body and the hearts of her audience. You cannot communicate with them. You are a mere busker, and they are but mere onlookers. I will never forget this lesson. Okay then, whatever. She's fake right now. Real Magulu is cold. I don't know about all that. I mean, like, I get that she's putting up a front and whatnot, but like, if you were to ask me as someone that has known a number of people that have gone through a lot of trials and errors and whatnot, they seem to be the warmest kind of people. Like, I'll be real here, like, they really, really do. They tend to be very kind and very just, like, I wouldn't say, like, because, like, they do keep to themselves and they don't want to really talk about, like, those kind of things, but, like, they're nice. They're really, really nice people, and they understand hardship and whatnot. You've already seen the mask drop a few times by now, I'm sure. Oh, Yeah, absolutely. I've seen her just kind of like look at things and just not like really going on and on about that. But that's fantastic to see that Miss Mogula is gonna get like a nice little big thing for herself.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Oh dear.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true.
Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Hey,
Apparently,
that's
there was a
something
power
that I like to
struggle
do.
among the
I
higher-ups,
like to hear
and
people's
Gideon's
dark
enemies
stories and
snuck
whatnot.
the demon into his
frankly,
villa. They
those
say
types
that's
of
why people
they are very
sometimes heard
cunning.
terrifying screams coming from the place.
Especially if they let you in.
Is the demon still there?
That's just
No
how I
idea.
feel.
Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Alright. This lady totally reminds me of that lady in Alien vs. Predator, where her literal line is, "Why would the government lie to us?" And like everyone in the theater like started straight to bust up laughing. It was like the funniest thing ever. Like, of course the government would lie to you. Can't believe there are people squabbling over the authority at a time like this. That's just putting your own desires before the needs of the many. Exactly. If they just turn their minds over to the shepherd, there'd be no problem. Yep. Giving one person absolute power has always been beneficial, and never not the other way. What, eye roll? Why are you eye rolling at me? Or are you eye rolling at Rar here? I have no idea. Still, regardless. Looking around, seeing things. What are y'all doing?
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helavis is
Rar
at a
got
near
a giant
standstill.
flag. It was at Rar.
No matter
Oh my
how
god.
much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get
Oh my
it shipped
god,
out.
Hector bought you
I'm
a
sure
big
the
little
Abbey is
pride
aware
flag.
of the
That's really
situation.
cute.
It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
He really doesn't.
Dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
Very
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Oh my god.
What a troublesome kid.
Eleanor
But
trying to
that
help her
speech was
girlfriend.
incredible.
She just legitimately will just be so abrasive. The many that Lord Artorius talks about just means others. Only humans are capable of sacrificing themselves for the sake of others. This is absolutely positively not true. Mice have exhibited more empathy than the majority of people as far as I'm concerned. If only for the second fact that they will always try to help Mises and Mouses in comparison to just getting a treat. If they can, if they could help it. It's a force, a power if you will, and one that only humans possess. For the sake of the others, it's imperative that you use reason to suppress your personal feelings. Also not bad. No. You get into a lot of logical fallacies with that. Don't sulk so loudly that other people can't listen to a speech. God, they're just absolutely awful people. Lesbian flag, emerald pen? Oh yeah, the little pins are really cute. I have like a trans one somewhere. I literally have no idea where my trans flag pin went to. But I used to wear it at Smash events as a sort of little way of like, hey, I'm trans. But I realized that I probably should like get like something bigger or whatnot to make it more noticeable if I ever do go back to like a trans thing and whatnot. Can we get more of these? If we can, I would like to. Alright, good. And that's all good too. It's like flagpole big. Oh my goodness gracious. You can hide an NBA player behind it. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting things with like flag etiquette and whatnot that like goes down with it. I'm not really sure if it applies to the trans flag or the lesbian flag or any of the other pride flags really, but like when it comes to the American flag, there's like so many little like ethical details to it that like so many people violate. It's just ridiculous. And the majority of people that are like, oh yeah, you have to respect the flag, you can't be burning the flag, like, I don't think people tend to understand that burning the flag is one of the things you do to dispose of a flag. Like, that's literally what you were supposed to do. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to have a ceremony for it too, but it's just to the point of just like, freaking idiots, like, you're not supposed to wear the flag. Wearing the flag is absolutely against the Constitution. Or not Constitution. The flag etiquette. That's what it's against. I guess we could go over there and get this thing. Be able to eat it up pretty easily. I'll do that later, though.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist
The light on the
is
flag,
with
the
us,
folding of the
but-
flag, yeah.
Say no more. I'm sure they have
never letting the
clients
flag
who
touch the
wouldn't
ground.
appreciate
Yep,
their
all those
faces being
things.
known to the Abbey.
Yep.
Correct.
A lot of people don't know that.
Laphicet, you
I'm
stay
glad you
with
know,
Eleanor.
Cactar, because, like, I don't know them outright, but, like, I
I'll be
know
back
there are
soon.
things there. There are things there. Bleh.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while.
Oh my
Would
god.
you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
That's true.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
That's a hawk, lady.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Thank you,
Well,
Roku, for
come to
announcing
think of
that
it,
plan to everybody.
I've heard a rumor
We
that
weren't
it's been
trying to
a
keep
while
it a
since
secret.
The Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout, actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
But isn't
And the
there,
Abbey
like...
is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped
Isn't there, like, a
prisoner
Earth
would
Pulse there?
ever
'Cause that's
return
where
to a
Velvet
prison by her own
was.
free will.
That's what gets me about
At the
this.
very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Oh.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
He really looks up to that Eifried. Eleanor, girl, what are you doing?
They're taking a while. Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for
Yeah, you literally could just let without him.
You are to protect the
Are you
Moloch
going to do
Laphicet
it?
and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
You're right here. You gonna do it?
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit?
Oh, she's gonna do
I
it
can
now.
show you some of the sights.
Do it now, yes.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Luffy said.
I'm glad I gave him the dog costume right now.
Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
Sonic
a
the Hedgehog?
VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.